Hi, now that you have your two lines, you have them graphed, you see your slope and your y-intercept of both lines, you see the solution of the system of equations. That's going to be how much you have to have raised in the 10 days. Now it's time to interpret the results. What does all of this mean for this project? So what you're going to do is you're going to describe the real world meaning of the y-intercept of your daily goal line. So looking back at your daily goal line, that was line 2. When you had 0 days, that's your y-intercept. So at the beginning, what does that mean? How much money did you have? And what does that mean in the context of this problem? And then do the same thing for the slope of your daily goal line. So you have, again, the second line where you've come up with the table and you found your slope. Think about what that means. Okay, the rise over run, y's over x. So you're going to use the amount or the y label over the x label, and that will help you come up with what the daily goal or what the slope means for your daily goal line. And then, what is your daily goal? What do you have to raise if we're going to fundraise money for 10 days? If we're going to collect pledges for 10 days, what is your daily goal to be able to get that done? And then when you have that part done, I want you to stop and I want you to come see me so I can make sure that you have all of your math right and you have interpreted it correctly. And then you'll be able to move on to step 4. This is your fundraising plan. And so, as you know, every person in your group is going to have to send one email. You can send more if you would like, but you are going to have to contact at least one person asking for a pledge for this project. Miss Spurgeon will be working with you on that email later on. And as far as here, if you don't want to type that person's email address in here, I totally understand. I don't want people to have my personal email address. And so if you want to just type your name and then the person I'm going to contact, that's Troy, that's my husband. I'm just going to put I have the email. Just some kind of confirmation so the teachers know that you have found the email address. Now, if it doesn't bother you, feel free to put their email address there. The only people who should really be seeing this are your teachers and your group that you probably trust. So if you want to type the email so you don't lose it, put it here. If it doesn't make you comfortable to type someone's email address here, or if they won't be comfortable if you type it, then don't. You just put it where it will be safe, but acknowledge on this paper that you know or that they have given it to you. And then as a group, not only does each of you need to at least contact one person for a pledge, like I said, it can be more, but as a group, you need to plan on which business you are going to contact for pledges. I put a couple things, a couple places here. I think you only have to email one business, but if you would like to email other businesses, like if you're not feeling confident that your personal pledges will come through, and you want to you want to ask more businesses, like you would have our support to do that. We will work with each group individually to help them come up with the best idea. And then what happens if all your pledges fall through? You send out these awesome sounding emails that you will spend time with Ms. Spurgeon creating. It will have awesome parts of this project in it. And then what happens if no one can give you money because times are tough right now? We understand that. So every group is going to come up with a backup fundraising plan. Now, there are options. We maybe could do stuff here at school. It will have to get approved by an administrator. That's why they're going to be at these presentations. So that way, if your backup plan has to do with an administrator, they'll be here and you won't have to schedule a time. Hopefully they will be in class to hear your presentations. Maybe it's something you can do in the community. Maybe it's something that you and your family can do. There's all kinds of different ways that you can have a backup to fundraising plans. Maybe you volunteer to do chores around the house and for everything you get $1 or $5. It's about time to rake leaves, so maybe that's something you could get into. Maybe you could ask people if you can rake their leaves. All kinds of different ideas, but every group needs to come up with a backup plan just in case your pledges fall through. So that is how you're going to interpret your results. And then what does that mean? It's time to start thinking about how we're going to get that money in. If we know how much we need in per day, How are we going to get it to happen? Hopefully through pledges and our backup fundraising plan. Let us know if you have any questions.